South Korean bobsled has made history. Last month, Korea's bobsleigh two-man team earned its first gold medal in international bobsled competition at the International Bobsleigh and Skeleton Federation World Cup in Canada, after tying with Switzerland for first place. Despite the tie, South Korea now holds the top spot in international bobsled ratings, and I spoke with a representative of South Korea's Olympic Committee to learn more about the gold medal victory and the history of the sport in the ROK.
My name is Min-sun Kim from Korea Bobsleigh Skeleton Federation, and my job is the coordinator for the 2018 Pyeongchang Olympics. Now the name of the federation is the Korea Bobsleigh Skeleton Federation, but a few years ago, actually it was Korea Bobsleigh Luge Federation, and Korea Bobsleigh Luge Federation was established in 1992, and we got approved by Korean Olympic Committee as a affiliate member in 1998. And since the time, we have received all kinds of support from Korean Olympic Committee. And in 2008, bobsleigh and skeleton is separated from luge. So technically, Korea Bobsleigh Skeleton Federation is born at the time. And after that, we practiced a lot, and Korea participated in 2010 Vancouver Olympic Winter Games as four-man bobsleigh team for the first time. And next, we earned tickets to 2014 Sochi Olympics in Russia in all the disciplines of bobsleigh and skeleton.
I also spoke with a member of the international governing body for bobsled racing to learn about the world history of the sport and how South Korean bobsled was able to rise to the top.
My name is Heike Gerswang. I'm the Secretary General of the International Bobsleigh and Skeleton Federation. We are the international governing body for any bobsleigh and skeleton event worldwide. And we are organizing in one season, which usually is from October till end of February, mid of March, around 190 different events worldwide. From the history side, we even had rules that say it must be a 5-man bobsleigh, including one woman, so 4 men, 1 woman. Now, these days, that we have now, we have different disciplines. We have for the youth, we have called monobob, where it's just one athlete that is piloting and the pushman and the brakeman, so 3 function in one. But that's just for the youth to get started. And now for the senior, where we have World Cups, World Championships, and the Olympic Games, we have 2 men and 4 men for both disciplines, men and women. So 2 men is the pilot and 1 brakeman or pushman. So they together start. The pilot is jumping in and piloting then, and the pushman takes a few more steps and jumps in the sled and then sits there and goes down. And in the finisher, once they have passed the finish line, he is the one who has to push the brakes and make sure he doesn't go over the finish area. And it's the same then for 4 men. Instead of 2 people, it's the pilot and 3 brakemen who have to fit in one small sled. Every track is different. What we have in our rules is, we give a certain length, a minimum requirement of length, and a minimum requirement of curves that we need. But the design of the track, there are several designers worldwide that liaise with our track committee, and then they, design how many curves, right turn, left turns, if there is like a circle going, So literally, none of the tracks is similar to the other one. So the athletes, the pilots really have to learn each track separately.
In addition to South Korea's rise to the top of international bobsled rankings, Pyeongchang Olympic organizer Min-sun Kim says following the death of the team's coach, there's also a personal component to the victory, as team members Won Yoon-jong and Seo Young-woo dedicated their historic victory to their late coach.
Malcolm Gomer Dennis Lloyd was with the team till last December. We have small vacation on Christmas week, and during his vacation, his sudden illness made him to go see a doctor. And he was eventually diagnosed as suffering from terminal cancer. And even he never knew before diagnosed. At the game day, Jeannie, who is wife of the late Coach Gomer Lloyd, was there, and Korea team might have encouraged or cheered up, I guess. In the future, Yong Lee, who's originally head coach of the team, and Ivo Danilevich, who's from Czech Republic, will support the team.
IBSF Secretary General says despite Korea's lack of gold medals before this year, the team is in good position for a historic performance in 2018.
Korea has a long history, but most probably if you're not, let's say, top 10 all the time or so on, people don't notice in the news or so. So this might be the difference now. But with the team now, it's clear with the Olympic Games happening in Seoul, in Pyeongchang, it's really a big thing, and it gives the national team another boost and another motivation and to think about the concept. So what the Koreans did here and really did very well, they established a very good team of coaches. But the coaches are one part. You also need the athletes. And now they have really very hard-working athletes. And the pilot is really, all the other coaches say that he's very good in adapting things and adapting new lines. And the coach they have for the track is very good. So this is, I think, the secret behind why they are performing so well. And kind of shocking the rest of the world. But what it shows to us is if you have a good program, if you have a good concept, if you have athletes, if the whole team works together, then you can perform quite well. And then usually when you host the Olympic Games, you have a kind of advantage because you definitely have the opportunity to have more runs on your home track. What we will definitely see next year and going to the Olympics, they will have an advantage, which is okay because it's their home track, being able to use the track before any other nation or more, let's say more than the other nations do, and that's okay.
And finally, while South Korea is certainly one of the top contenders for gold in 2018, they're certainly not alone.
We have to see, from Sochi, obviously the Russians did very well there, so we have to see if they still can keep that level of performance, but for sure the Americans are very good. Canada is coming back. Germans, obviously, they did not medal at the Sochi Games, so they are highly motivated to get some medals there. The British have a very good a program there, so I think we will have a quite colorful podium there, or a lot of teams that could medal there, which from an international perspective, it's great. We are really excited going there for the Pyeongchang Games, really, and I think it will be good for the nation, and they can be very proud, and especially with their bobsled team being able to medal, I think they should be proud and cheer and push them because this gives maybe the last hundredths of a second advantage that could make the difference at the end.
For KoreaFM.net, I'm Chance Dorland.